Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. Hope everybody's doing good out there on this 4th of July weekend, and we have got Dr. Avita King on with us. Good morning. How are you, girl?
I am wonderful. Good morning to you.
It's always great to talk to you. Y'all can go to avitaking.com, see her ministries and all the stuff that she's got going on. But, man, we are in a wild-eyed, mixed-up, crazy world right now, are we not?
We actually are, and I do have a little testimony. I won't say who or what or where.
Right.
But I have a very, very good and close friend, professionally and actually friendship-wise. And she and the pilot were flying somewhere, and the plane dropped to the ground.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, the chair shattered. She was sitting in and all of that. But guess what?
Yeah.
They are both alive. And you know what I told the pilot? I said, I just went to see a movie called Top Gun, but I'm looking at a real Top Gun pilot.
I'm telling you.
Even though his face looked like Frankenstein with all the stitches, he was trying to laugh. So they are alive. That's just a miracle I want to share. Like I said, I won't say who, when, or where, but that happened, during this last weekend.
Wow.
And I was like, amazing. Now, so Independence Day, is that what we're going to talk about? I just wanted to share that good news.
I'm telling you, I'm with you on that, but I'm the kind of guy, I'd rather fly with a pilot that actually crashed a couple of times. That way he knows how to, live through it instead of one that's never been there. You know what I'm saying?
He knew exactly what to do. Went through these little narrow passageways through trees.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God, Top Gun alive.
There you go. I'll guarantee it. I'll tell you what I'd like to talk about it, this Roe versus Wade that everybody is so upset about. I mean, what is your take on this?
I do genuinely have a take, and you may know some of my history. My grandfather, Martin Luther King Sr., convinced my mother in 1950 not to get a DNC, and in my life, I was born. Granddaddy, Martin Luther King Sr., was a champion for life, all of his life. He kept me. I did have 2 secret abortions and a miscarriage from a damaged body from the miscarriages. Mm-hmm. But he convinced me not to abort another child. So because of Granddaddy, well, really because of God, mm-hmm. I was able to birth 6 living children, and today I have 11 grandchildren.
Wow.
So, yeah. So when people talk about Roe v. Wade should not have been overturned, keep your hands off my body, and the angry, angry women, I'm not letting a man tell me what to do. Well, Dr. Fauci told everybody to take a COVID shot. You let him tell you that, right?
Yes, you did.
That's still your body, isn't it, lady? So they don't like for me to say things like that. They don't. But we have to realize, especially Independence Day, this Monday coming, that the baby, think about the baby, think about the mother, the father, the whole community. A woman has a right to choose what she does with her body. The baby's not her body. Where's the lawyer for the baby? How can the dream survive if we murder the children? So we've got to think now. Calm down, ladies. Nobody's trying to take your civil rights away. We're just trying to give another class of people, regardless of skin color, we're one blood, one race.
Yes.
We're trying to give civil rights or independence. Every 4th of July, I say, what about the babies? What about the babies? We won that war, yes, but what about the babies?
I'm with you 100%. And, that's the thing about it. I guess the thing that bugs me the most about this is, it's just another way of birth control, which is sad to me. I mean, you get out, you get in a situation and you're pregnant. But there's so many people out there that can't have babies that would take these babies immediately and raise them and would love them. And there's other options, and it seems like the first thing they're going to do is just go straight and have an abortion. And like I said, I'm with you on that with the babies. But, it's my body, my choice. I guess it is to a certain extent. But, I mean, if it's your body, I keep saying, okay, well, prostitution is illegal. If it's your body, it's your choice. So why can you not do that? I mean, what's the difference? I mean, to me, I think
well, it's your body. And remember now, I had 2 abortions and a miscarriage. My body, my cervix and things were damaged, and I almost ended up with breast cancer because all that's connected to abortion. So when a woman aborts that baby, she's risking her own life and happiness and joy too. She just doesn't realize it. She thinks that Mother Teresa, and I have to paraphrase it, but she basically said, what in the world if somebody has to kill somebody to be happy?
Yeah.
You know? So we have to have other ways. But, you mentioned the adoption and all of that. Now, the foster system is absolutely horrible in this nation. And adoption is so complicated that mostly only the wealthy can adopt babies, because somewhere $15,000 to $25,000 to adopt a baby. And then the mother gets nothing. The birth mother generally gets nothing. Mm-hmm. So all of that has to be overhauled regardless of what's going on. The Dobbs case only sent these questions back to the state for we the people to weigh in on it. That's what the Dobbs case did. It did not take any woman's rights away.
Well, now, why is it so hard to adopt? Why? I mean, is it just the political nonsense along
it's
with
money? It's political, yes, but also money. Mm-hmm. Because people will monetize anything. Think about this. These big corporations right now, so they're saying that they're going to give money now to help women get abortions. Right. So it sounds like they're being so nice and generous to the women, but guess what? The bean counter.
Exactly.
And, I'm a bean counter myself. Professionally, I've got a master's in business, a PhD in leadership and applied theology. So here they go. They count, and they look at it. If we give her $4,000 one time to get an abortion, or $2,500 or whatever, then we would never have to pay medical insurance for her baby. We would never have to pay the birth stuff, all the money for the birth and stuff. So the bean counter said it's cheaper to abort than to help a lady have a baby. So they're not being nice ladies. They don't care one thing about you. They see you as just one way to make more money.
Well,
so it's cheaper to kill your baby and wound your body than it is to help you be a mother.
Well, and that's another thing you see with big companies, because all this stuff's been coming out where these companies are saying, well, we'll pay for the abortion for these people, and your costs to get across state lines. Well, that's cheaper for companies too, because then they don't have to put a kid on insurance.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's cheaper. Mm-hmm. They don't have to pay insurance for each baby. They don't have to pay the medical expenses of the birth. They just counted it up and found out it was cheaper to just give us some money and say kill the kid. Yeah. Then she doesn't have to take off 6 weeks, and they still have to pay her to be at home nursing her baby. They counted it. Yeah. I promise you they did. So they're not being nice. People pretend to be nice. They're really not being kind. And so you asked about the whole abortion scenario. It's all about money, not about love, not about compassion. It's about money.
Well, now let me ask you another question. A lot of the women that have abortions, they grieve after the abortion. I mean, can you weigh in on that? Am I right about this, or is this just folklore?
Well, there was an amicus brief that was sent to the United States Supreme Court several years ago. Mm-hmm. A friend of the court, legal document. I was in that group. There were over 2,000 women who said, my abortions hurt me, and I'm really sorry I did it. Right. Not only is the baby dead, but I have suffered. And so abortion hurts women. Sometimes legal abortion. There are more women who have died from legal abortion than ever died from a back alley posting. And you can look it up yourselves if you don't believe me. And the lie, abortion will be safe, legal, and rare. Well, guess what? It's really only legal. Right. It's not safe. Women are dying from it, and certainly the babies are dying. Mm-hmm. It's not rare. 63 million babies are recorded as having been aborted since 1973. And there are many more if you count all those telemeds and the pills that the women are taking at home now, because they're not really reporting them.
Right. Well, now I want to switch gears just a little bit, which I think is totally awesome. You were on Air Force One with Donald Trump when he signed, I think, 3 different bills. Can you tell us about the bills that was signed and what it was like to be on Air Force One hanging out with Donald Trump?
Well, the bill he signed on Air Force One, and I have that pen, it's in a museum exhibit today. Wow. Was the Martin Luther King Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Right. And that made that is a national park with President Donald John Trump. And then he signed the Religious Freedom Bill in the Rose Garden, and he signed 2 bills that day. He gave Paula White a pen, and me. And there's a registry, a trail for the African-American communities, time of slavery and all that. Right. And he put my dad's house in Birmingham, Alabama, A.B. King's house, that was bombed on that. There's so many things. And listen, President Joe Biden gets credit for signing the Juneteenth bill. But guess who put Juneteenth on the federal map? President Donald J. Trump. What he did, every year he was in there, he would call black leaders to the White House. We would celebrate Juneteenth. He would ask what we needed in our communities. The historically black colleges got billions of dollars. Their housing, so many black people were able to get houses during his time with HUD and Secretary Carson. So there were so many things that were accomplished, and I was present when the president signed many, many bills. I think when the prison reform, I think I was there, and I got a pen from that too. Well, I know I was there, actually. So anyway, it's just been a wonderful thing. We talked about Frederick Douglass when he visited the Black History Museum in Washington. I could go on and on, but I won't.
But yet, all you hear is Donald Trump is a racist. If he's a racist, he's not doing a very good job at being a racist.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, what you understand, there's only one blood and one human race. I've got that book with Ginger Howard. We're not colorblind. We are one blood, one human race. We see skin color. Of course, we see it. We realize it's ethnicity. So he's not a racist because he said it publicly more than once. He says we all bleed the same. We're Americans.
Yeah, I believe that. Folks, we're talking.
One blood, one race. As he can see, he's not blind, but he sees us as one America.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm with you. We're talking to Dr. Avita King. Go to avitaking.com, and you can see all of her ministries that she's got going on. This sweet lady actually works and does constantly trying to promote the human race, I guess we could say, instead of just one race, right?
Right? Absolutely. The one blood human race. So when you catch yourself saying the races have to get up together, I love you, whatever race you are. We are the human race, folks. Just practice it. Stand in the mirror, look at yourself, and say, we're the human race. We're the human race. Say it over and over.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm with you 100% on that, and it bothers me that the media promote race division, and I don't see it in the grassroots area where most people, normal, everyday working people live. I don't see the racism that everybody's talking about. I think everybody's wanting
People working side by side, they know.
Yeah.
And they know that, and if anybody gets cut on any of these jobs, they see what color that blood is, And so it's time to stop. It's time to come together. So Independence Day, America is a free nation. It still is, absolutely. And I'm so grateful. And because we are, it needs to be celebrate independence and freedom and liberty and justice from the womb to the tomb. That is the message.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, when Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated, how old was you when that happened?
I was 17? Got married when I was 18, had my first baby when I was 19. My daddy, his brother, Reverend A.D. King, was killed the next year. So I was a young lady, but a grown lady. And so I'm going to have to leave in a couple of minutes. You got any more major questions here?
No, I just love talking to you, girl. We love you. We absolutely love you.
Love you too.
Yeah.
And AlvedaKing.com, books, music, opinions, eds, and all kinds of things are there. And I'm at the America First Policy Institute, the chairman of Centers for the American Dream. Speak for Life is my own ministry. So just check me out, my friends, and have a blessed Independence Day from the womb to the tomb.
There you go. We'll get you back on here in a day or two, but like I said, if we can ever help you, just let us know. And like I said, we love what you're doing, and we appreciate you. You're a beautiful woman.
Thank you so much. God bless.
You too. All right. She's probably on her way to do some other kind of speech or something. This lady, she is constantly out there, one thing to the next, and y'all can go check out Avita King. AvitaKing.com, and we're lucky to have her on. But anyway, thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.